What's up, YouTube? Midnight Driver here again. So there's two things I want to talk about this video. One of which I'll get to, shortly after this first subject. But the first thing that I want to talk about is kind of taking life a bit slower. Recently I was told at work by my supervisor that, I was perhaps rushing through some of my work and making mistakes, and that's true. That's true. At my work, I always try to remain productive, but at the same time, I can't, sit there and compromise accuracy. I can't. It's true. It's just simply a fact. So that also got me thinking about a lot of other facets and aspects of my life. I think it's a good idea for a lot of us to take life just a little bit slower. Honestly, a lot of us tend to rush through life, not think about the things that give us time to breathe or, make us smile and make us laugh. Too often, we focus way too far ahead and, end up blurring the line between, work life and home life. It's just a fact. It happens. Can't let that drag us down. So, I decided to get back into one of my old hobbies. Now, I am a huge nerd. This is no surprise to the people that know me. And this is a hobby that I put down for quite some time, but I plan on picking up again. Magic the Gathering. I used to be a huge Magic the Gathering player. Never really played professionally per se, but I loved, deck crafting and the whole strategy that revolved around it. And so I think what I'm going to try and integrate in this channel, perhaps, if I can find the correct setup to do so, is probably some Magic the Gathering, unboxing, or, card pulls, deck crafting, discussion, stuff like that. Anything kind of like Magic the Gathering related. Because I find myself getting back into the game once again, and like I said, I am just a huge lover of Magic the Gathering. I started playing around Core 2012? Yeah, Core 2012. And I immediately fell in love with the blue archetype. Yeah, I'm a blue player. Sorry to everyone else who's had to face a blue deck. Yes, I was the anti-fun police of Magic the Gathering. Definitely. No fun allowed here. Yeah. So I was that player at the table. Yeah, you're talking big shit for someone in counterspell distance. So yeah, I think if I get some time, I'm definitely gonna see if I can add, Magic the Gathering content to this channel. See what I can, scrounge up, or what ideas I can come with. If it gets any bigger, I might even, live stream some tournaments or do stuff like that. See if I can get discussions going with other people. Footnote, I also did my best to actually clean off my windshield. So hopefully these videos now look a bit cleaner. Granted, still looking into getting a better setup for this. But yeah, hopefully you're not plagued by massive amounts of gnarly fingerprints just blasting the screen. Just, ugh. Yeah, it bothered me enough that I finally took a rag and got it properly cleaned up. Still some off to the side that no one can see, but we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about what we can't see. The second thing is a subject that I learned about fairly recently. And I just got one question. What the hell's going on in Canada? What the hell's going on in Canada here? I hear that they have this smiling Christmas tree that wakes up, during Christmas time. It looks like it eats the souls of children. Like, this thing is terrifying. I'll put up a picture on the screen now, if I get the chance. But, yeah, what the hell is that? Like, something like this shouldn't exist. Like, whose fever dream was this, right? Pardon me. Sorry. 9 over here. But yeah, like, and then apparently Canada has another mascot that's like an oyster or a clam or something, and there was like a news article about them duking it out to become the mascot of Canada. If I can find the information, I'll put it up here on screen. But it's terrifying. It is, and apparently this wasn't the first iteration of this tree. Like, there was previous ones too. There was ancestors. This thing had a lineage. What the hell? I genuinely, I'm terrified. I'm actually terrified of going to Canada just because of that tree. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to go to pull up to the border, and then border crossing is just going to be this tree. It's going to turn around and stare at me and be like, papers, please. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. Like, I'm surprised people are gathering around this tree. I'm pretty sure how this thing operates is that when enough people gather close enough, it just collects, like, the collective soul energy of the people around it and just funnels it into making Christmas happen or whatever. Yeah, this thing, I'm fully convinced, is powered by dark magic. You cannot convince me otherwise. This thing is absolutely terrifying. Yeah, this was brought up to me recently by my lovely lady, and now I cannot see it. I cannot see it thanks to her, so now I'm sharing this information and content with all of you, because, yeah, if I have to see it, so do you. Apparently, yeah, this thing has lore. This thing has lore. See, if I was a kid, I would have probably gone running and screaming into that sweet good night if this thing even remotely decided to show up, or if I even saw this thing. Yeah, so take that as you will. Just keep an eye on Canada. They got things going on over there, and this Christmas tree and this oyster thing. It's not a good sign. It's scary. I think the cold, mountainous air is doing things to people's brains over there. I want to find out what that is. But yeah, that's the two things that I wanted to share with you. But going back to the whole Magic the Gathering thing, you know, like I said, I'm going to try and get unboxing videos, maybe other Magic the Gathering related content going on this channel. And, you know, if there's any, you know, fellow the Magic the Gathering players or even other fellow nerds watching this video, tell me what your favorite card game is, and tell me what your favorite setup is for it. Tell me any funny moments that you've had from it. I think it's good for us to have a hobby. Keeps us distracted. Unlike that tree. That tree is distracting us, but in other more sinister ways. Don't look at it too long. Just don't look at it too long. It smells fear, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that'd be, you know, my message for this video. Take life a little bit slower. Find yourself a solid hobby, you know. Find something that makes you smile, you know, away from work, away from the daily humdrum, and chase it. Who knows what might become of that hobby? I certainly started this channel because I thought it'd be a nice little hobby to make video diaries. And I'm slowly starting to introduce more aspects of my life, you know. The more I post, the more you'll find out about me. That's for certain. One day I might do a face reveal. Who knows? But that's going to be much further down the road. Still not comfortable with doing that. But yeah, definitely find what makes you happy. A lot of the most successful people have hobbies. And a hobby can literally be anything. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Hobby can literally be anything. Well, within legal means, that is. I wouldn't go considering like arson a hobby. That's just actually not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea. And getting stuck behind truck drivers is also not a good idea. Drive safe, sir. Drive safe. Keep America running. Respect to the truckers. shorter video today, I would say. Yeah, you know, hopefully I'll keep watching. I did see I got a few more subscribers to this channel. Thank you all. I'm definitely really feeling the love. Much appreciated. As usual, no, I'm not going to be that one YouTuber that's like, hey, please like and subscribe, yada yada. If you like the content, keep watching. Up to you. I'm not going to be that guy that's going to find where you live and hold you at gunpoint just to watch these videos. Not at all. Not at all. These are just my ramblings, the ramblings of the average Joe. But yeah, this is going to be Midnight Driver signing off on the third video. You all have a good night, YouTube, and I will see you again